the son of a Hall of Fame legend, national champion at Miami, number 6 in the NFL draft, the highest paid tight end of his generation. And that same man, sentenced to 14 years as one of the most dangerous sexual predators ever produced by the NFL. Everyone knows what he did. Nobody has told you how he did it. Today you're going to find out how Kellen Winslow II hunted his victims, why he chose the ones nobody would ever believe. You're going to find out that even after his arrest, he didn't stop. With a GPS ankle bracelet strapped to his leg, he attacked again inside a gym. And how the son of an icon ended up in a prison cell, dragging down the most respected last name the San Diego Chargers ever had. But before all that, you need to understand how a kid born into privilege, with every door already open, became the monster who destroyed 5 women across Southern California. San Diego, California, July 21, 1983. Inside a large home in the affluent Scripps Ranch neighborhood in the northern part of San Diego, Kellen Boswell Winslow II is born. 6'4" by the time he reaches adulthood, 240 pounds, and the most respected last name in professional sports in the city. His father, Kellen Winslow Sr., wasn't just a father, he was a living legend. 5-time Pro Bowler with the San Diego Chargers, 541 career receptions, 6,741 yards, 45 touchdowns. Member of the NFL 1980s All-Decade Team. Member of the NFL 75th Anniversary All-Time Team. Member of the NFL 100th Anniversary All-Time Team. And in 1995, when little Kellen was 12 years old, the ultimate honor. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. The most important shrine in modern American professional sports. The Hall of the Immortals of Football. Kellen Winslow Sr., tight end for the San Diego Chargers, inducted on July 29, 1995, with jersey number 80 already retired by the franchise, with an official biography in the shrine, and a bronze bust in the Hall of the Immortals of American Sports. Remember that last name. We'll come back to it. That was the family landscape Kellen Winslow II grew up in during the first 18 years of his life. An icon for a father. A large home in an affluent neighborhood, private schools, personal trainers, direct connections inside the top college football programs in Southern California, and a quiet expectation across the San Diego sports community. The son of Kellen Winslow had to become a professional tight end. The kid grew up surrounded by legends. Dan Fouts, his father's quarterback, ate dinner at the Scripps Ranch house on Sunday afternoons. Charlie Joyner, his father's receiver, played with little Kellen in the backyard. Don Coryell, head coach of the Chargers throughout the 1980s, was considered family by his father. And that kid born into privilege learned, from the age of 5, 3 things that would define the rest of his life. That he had to be better than his father, that the Winslow name did not accept failure, and that the privileges he had been given would never run out. Scripps Ranch High School, a public school in the affluent neighborhood of North San Diego, California. There, Kellen Winslow II played starting tight end for 4 straight seasons. Basketball 2, track 2. A fully developed adult body by 15 years old, with explosive muscle power above the average for the position, and a 20-yard speed that Southern California college scouts started buzzing about in the year 2000. And in 2001, at 18 years old, Kellen Winslow II signed the biggest scholarship offer of his young athletic career. The University of Miami, the Miami Hurricanes, the most dominant college football program of the generation. 5 national championships across the modern era of American college football, with a head coach, Larry Coker, who had just won the 2001 national title in his first year on the job, with a roster that included 10 future first-round NFL draft picks, and with a program culture that would define the athletic life of the son of the Chargers icon. January 5, 2002. Rose Bowl Stadium, Pasadena, California. BCS National Championship Game. Miami Hurricanes against Nebraska Cornhuskers, with a young Kellen Winslow II as starting tight end in head coach Larry Coker's offense, and a national title on the resume in his freshman year. 37-14, Miami, national champions. And a locker room full of legends. Sean Taylor, Andre Johnson, Willis McGahee, Ed Reed, Jeremy Shockey, and Kellen Winslow II, freshman tight end, wearing number 82 in the green and orange of the Hurricanes. Remember that championship. We'll come back to it. Over the next 2 seasons at the University of Miami, Kellen Winslow II became one of the most dominant tight ends in college football. 119 career receptions, an all-time program record for a Miami tight end, 1,365 career yards, 11.5 yards per catch, and 9 touchdowns. In the 2003 season, Kellen Winslow II put together the most complete year of his college career. 60 catches, 605 yards, 1 touchdown, and a stack of awards no tight end at Miami had ever won in a single season. The John Mackey Award of 2003, given to the best college tight end in the country. Unanimous All-American 2003, first-team honors from all 5 official selection organizations in American college football. First-team All-Big East 2003. And one line that would define the aggressive image of the young Hurricanes tight end for the next 20 years. October 11, 2003. Neyland Stadium at the University of Tennessee. A regular season Big East game against the Tennessee Volunteers. Miami lost 18-28. And Kellen Winslow II, in the post-game press conference, jersey soaked with sweat, eyes still burning with adrenaline, delivered a line that would go straight into the record books of American sports. "I'm a soldier. I'm a fucking soldier." 4 words spoken into the microphone at Neyland Stadium in Tennessee. 4 words that would define the public personality of the son of the San Diego Chargers icon for the next 14 years of his professional career. And 4 words that, one day, would echo inside the San Diego County Superior Court in Vista, California, with a completely different meaning. Remember those 4 words. We'll come back to them. April 24, 2004. Madison Square Garden, New York. The 2004 NFL Draft. The most important event on the young football calendar in America. Commissioner Paul Tagliabue at the central podium. Hundreds of professional scouts inside the venue. And Kellen Winslow II in the lobby of Madison Square Garden, in a navy blue suit and a green and orange tie, in tribute to the Hurricanes, waiting for the moment he would hear his name. First round, pick number 5, Sean Taylor, Winslow's teammate at Miami, selected by the Washington Redskins. First round, pick number 6, Commissioner Paul Tagliabue steps to the central podium. The Cleveland Browns select Kellen Winslow, tight end, University of Miami. 6th overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft, 5 picks below the number 1 selection. And a quiet decision inside the Cleveland Browns locker room. The young tight end would wear jersey number 80 in the brown and orange of the Browns. The same number his father had retired with the San Diego Chargers. That same 2004 draft, the University of Miami sent 6 players into the first round. Sean Taylor, pick 5, Kellen Winslow II, pick 6, Jonathan Vilma, pick 12, DJ Williams, pick 17, Vernon Carey, pick 19, Vince Wilfork, pick 21. An all-time record in the modern history of the NFL Draft. No college program in America had ever sent 6 first-round picks into the same draft. And that record still stands in 2026, 22 years after the event. Kellen Winslow II signed his rookie contract with the Cleveland Browns for over $40 million, 5 years guaranteed, performance bonuses built into the deal, and an expectation inside the Cleveland front office. The son of the Hall of Fame icon was going to be the new face of the franchise for the next decade. 5 years, $40 million, and a career that was starting inside the brown and orange of the Browns, wearing his father's number 80. Remember that jersey. We'll come back to it. Today you're going to find out how an NFL star chose his victims, and why he chose the ones he chose. You're going to find out why he targeted homeless women, elderly women, isolated women, women who, in his own calculation, nobody would ever believe. How he approached them, how he earned their trust before he attacked, and why the judge said there were only 2 words to describe him: sexual predator. Lock this in, it wasn't random. He picked every single one on purpose. He picked the ones he thought would never come forward. In his rookie year with the Cleveland Browns, the 2004 season, Kellen Winslow II played only 2 regular season games in the NFL. Fractured right tibia in Game 2 of the season. and surgical recovery that kept him off the field for the next 14 months. And weeks after the end of the regular season, in May 2005, in a suburban neighborhood of Westlake, Ohio, just outside Cleveland, the accident that would define the rest of Kellen Winslow II's life inside American sports takes place. A community college parking lot in Westlake, Ohio. 4 friends of the tight end on high-cylinder motorcycles. Kellen Winslow II testing a brand new motorcycle in the parking lot with no prior riding experience, and a specific clause in his 5-year contract with the Cleveland Browns explicitly prohibiting the player from ever getting on a motorcycle. 35 miles per hour, a curb at the far end of the community college parking lot, and a violent crash onto the asphalt. Kellen Winslow II is thrown over the handlebars of the motorcycle. His helmet, its strap unbuckled, flies off his head at the moment of impact. His right knee slams into the pavement of the parking lot with enough force to completely tear his anterior cruciate ligament. ACL reconstruction surgery, the entire 2005 season lost, and a quiet suspicion that Kellen Winslow II's own attorneys would repeat inside the San Diego County Superior Court 16 years later. The brain trauma started right there. Kellen Winslow II returned to the NFL in the 2006 season. 69 receptions, 727 yards, and a technical recovery of his right knee that surprised the Cleveland Browns medical staff. And in the 2007 season, Kellen Winslow II earned the first and only Pro Bowl selection of his professional career. 82 receptions, 106 yards per game average, and a reputation that was starting to put the son of the Hall of Fame icon at the level of the top tight ends in the modern game. Pro Bowl 2007, with jersey number 80 already becoming legendary in the brown and orange of the Browns, with a career biography being written into the imagination of American football, and with the Winslow name, for the first time, earning the same respect his father had commanded across the league. But the 2008 season changed everything. Kellen Winslow II is hospitalized in downtown Cleveland with a severe staph infection, the 7th similar infection inside the Browns' locker room over the previous few years, and a public accusation from the tight end himself against Browns general manager Phil Savage. During a team press conference, the club had covered up the illness and had failed to properly sanitize the training facility. Phil Savage suspended Kellen Winslow II for 1 week of the 2008 regular season. Team owner Randy Lerner personally rescinded the suspension 24 hours later. He apologized in a private phone call with Winslow, and he signed off, inside the front office of the training facility, on the eventual trade of the player within the next 4 months. Remember that infection. We'll come back to it. February 27, 2009. Tampa Bay Buccaneers headquarters, Tampa, Florida. The Cleveland Browns trade Kellen Winslow II to the Tampa Bay franchise in exchange for 2 draft picks. The Bucs' 2nd-round pick in the 2009 draft and their 5th-round pick in 2010. And with the signing of the deal, Kellen Winslow II becomes the highest-paid tight end in modern NFL history. 6 years, $36 million total, performance bonuses built into the structure, and a clear expectation inside the Buccaneers locker room. The son of the Pro Football Hall of Fame icon was going to lead the franchise to the Super Bowl. That first season with the Buccaneers, Kellen Winslow II put together the most productive year of his professional career. 77 receptions, an all-time franchise record for a Tampa Bay tight end, 884 yards, and 5 touchdowns in the regular season. But over the next 2 seasons, his athletic performance inside Tampa Bay started to fade. Recurring problems with his right anterior cruciate ligament, multiple documented concussions in the team's official medical file, and a series of public gestures on the field during regular season games that started to concern head coach Raheem Morris and his staff. In 2012, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers released Kellen Winslow II, and the tight end signed in September with the New England Patriots, coached by Bill Belichick. 1 single game in the red, white, and blue of the Patriots, 1 reception for 12 yards, and a release from the Foxborough, Massachusetts franchise in October 2012. 1 year later, in 2013, Kellen Winslow II signs with the New York Jets. And on October 25, 2013, the National Football League officially announces a 4-game suspension against the tight end for violating the league's performance-enhancing drug policy. And in November 2013, in the parking lot of a Target department store in Lakewood, New Jersey, local police detain Kellen Winslow II for performing a sexual act inside his personal vehicle in front of a store employee. Official police charge: possession of synthetic marijuana. Hidden charge: lewd act in public, dropped after court-ordered terms were completed. And a professional career inside American sports that was closing quietly in the parking lot of a New Jersey department store. 5 NFL teams over 10 seasons, 469 receptions, 25 touchdowns, over $40 million in career earnings. The son of the Pro Football Hall of Fame icon retires from professional football at 30 years old. Remember that parking lot in New Jersey? We'll come back to it. But the 2013 arrest in Lakewood, New Jersey, was not the first criminal episode in the hidden life of Kellen Winslow II. It was the 5th. The first one had happened 10 years earlier, on the campus of the University of Miami in Florida, when the young Hurricanes tight end was 19 years old and already one of the rising stars of American college football. Fall of 2003, a shared apartment in the university neighborhood of Coral Gables, Florida. A private party with University of Miami students, and a 17-year-old girl, a high school senior from South Florida. The teen loses consciousness during the party, and Kellen Winslow II, 19 years old, sexually assaults her inside a private bedroom. Nobody reported it. Nobody came forward. The victim carried the trauma in silence for 15 straight years, while the son of the Hall of Fame icon built his professional career in the NFL. Until 2018. Remember that bedroom? We'll come back to it. March 2018. Carlsbad, California, in the northern San Diego County metropolitan area. Kellen Winslow II, 34 years old, a retired NFL player living in the affluent neighborhood of Encinitas, with a wife, 2 kids, and a $3 million home in the residential district of North County, drives an SUV down a back road in Southern California. And he sees a woman hitchhiking on the shoulder of a Carlsbad street, 54 years old, no money on her, no working phone, and a quiet need for a free ride to the next town down south. Kellen Winslow II pulls over, offers her a ride. And minutes later, in the back parking lot of a closed shopping center in Carlsbad, he carries out the first documented sexual attack of 2018. Sexual battery. Remember that parking lot? We'll come back to it. May 13, 2018. Downtown Encinitas, California. Kellen Winslow II's own hometown. A 58-year-old woman, homeless within the San Diego County shelter system, with a documented history of addiction on file with municipal records, is walking down a side street in the residential Encinitas neighborhood. And Kellen Winslow II, driving the same SUV as the month before, pulls over onto the shoulder. The victim does not report immediately. She waits 10 days inside the silence of the local shelter system. On May 22, 2018, she walks into the Encinitas Police Department and files the official report. Charge under the California Penal Code, forcible rape. And weeks after the official report, on June 20, 2018, Encinitas police execute the arrest at Kellen Winslow II's Scripps Ranch home, the residence of the son of the Pro Football Hall of Fame icon. Kellen Winslow II, 34 years old, in workout clothes, his hair still wet from the morning gym session, walks out of his own home in handcuffs, escorted into a San Diego County Sheriff's patrol vehicle. 62 days inside the San Diego County Jail. Bail posted through the Mark Carlos law firm in downtown San Diego in August 2018 for over $2 million. And a judicial ruling signed by Judge Blaine Bowman of the San Diego County Superior Court in Vista, California. House arrest. GPS ankle bracelet on the right leg, permanent electronic monitoring, and an absolute prohibition on approaching any of the victims documented in the case file. Even more chilling, you're going to find out that he didn't stop even after his arrest. How, with a GPS ankle bracelet strapped to his leg, he kept attacking, and the detail that gave him away. He covered the tracker with a towel to expose himself to another woman inside a gym. Lock this in. He thought he was untouchable. He believed his name and his money would protect him. He was wrong. August 5th, 2018, 57 days after his first arrest. Kellen Winslow II in the affluent neighborhood of Encinitas, California, with the GPS ankle bracelet active on his right leg, with permanent electronic monitoring signed off by Judge Blaine Bowman of the San Diego County Superior Court, and with a total prohibition on approaching any documented victim in the case file, walks into a local gym for his morning workout. A private gym in the affluent North County of San Diego, local clientele, a shared locker room in the two-story building, and a 77-year-old woman, a retired medical professional from Southern California, working out in the machine area on the first floor of the building. Kellen Winslow II positions himself in the machine area of the gym, a few feet from the 77-year-old woman, with a white gym towel in his right hand, and he performs a public sexual act in the machine area, in front of the 77-year-old woman. The white towel wasn't there to wipe his sweat. The white towel was there to cover the GPS ankle bracelet on his right leg, the one signed off by Judge Blaine Bowman of the state of California, a son of a Pro Football Hall of Fame legend from Canton, Ohio, carrying the most respected sports name in San Diego, with the golden last name of a 5-time Pro Bowler for the Chargers, and with the quiet certainty that his name, his money, and his professional history would protect him from the American justice system itself. The 77-year-old victim reports him immediately to the Encinitas Police Department. Have you ever wondered what goes through the mind of a 77-year-old woman, a retired medical professional from Southern California, working out in the machine area of a gym in the affluent North County of San Diego on any given morning, when she sees the son of the Pro Football Hall of Fame icon of Canton, Ohio, placing a white towel over his right ankle to cover the GPS bracelet signed by Judge Blaine Bowman of the San Diego County Superior Court only 57 days earlier? That's the question that divided the Southern California sports community for the next 3 years. And within weeks of the gym incident, a second post-arrest victim adds Kellen Winslow II's name to the municipal case file. A 57-year-old neighbor, working in the front yard of a residential home in the neighborhood, sees the son of the Hall of Fame icon exposing himself in front of her garden. And a bike tracking app active on the retired NFL player's personal phone confirms his exact location at the time of the incident in the official record of the California state case. He had covered the GPS ankle bracelet with a towel. His personal phone, he had not. Remember that towel? We'll come back to it. June 10th, 2019. San Diego County Superior Court, Vista, California. Judge Blaine Bowman's courtroom. The first trial against Kellen Winslow II inside the state of California. 12 criminal counts on the record. 7 felonies, and a defense led by the Mark Carlos law firm in downtown San Diego. 4 weeks of trial in the San Diego County Superior Court, with recorded testimony from all 5 documented victims in the case file, with forensic evidence presented by the county prosecution, with contradictions inside Kellen Winslow II's own testimony during the defense phase, and a verdict from the San Diego County Superior Court jury, guilty of forcible rape in the case of the 58-year-old homeless woman from Encinitas of May 13, 2018, guilty of indecent exposure in the case of the 57-year-old neighbor from the front yard, guilty of lewd conduct in public in the case of the 77-year-old woman from the affluent North County gym. 3 guilty verdicts, and a hung jury on the remaining 6 felonies, including the rape of the 54-year-old hitchhiker from Carlsbad in March 2018, and the rape of the 17-year-old unconscious teen from the Coral Gables University neighborhood in the fall of 2003. Kellen Winslow II was facing a retrial in the state of California in 2020, with a very real possibility of a life sentence without parole if the retrial jury found him guilty on the remaining 6 felonies. And weeks after the first trial, in the affluent neighborhood of Encinitas, California, the retired NFL player's wife, Janelle Winslow, files for divorce in San Diego County Family Court. 10 years of marriage, 2 children, and a family life destroyed in the California state system over the following 12 months. Remember that divorce. We'll come back to it. And here's the hardest part to believe. How the son of a Hall of Fame legend, an NFL star who had it all, ended up sentenced to 14 years in prison as one of the most dangerous predators the game has ever produced. From glory to a prison cell, and the last name his father built, dragged down forever. February 2021. San Diego County Superior Court, Judge Blaine Bowman's courtroom. The day before Kellen Winslow II's retrial was set to begin inside the state of California, the Mark Carlos law firm of downtown San Diego signs the final plea agreement on the record. Guilty of raping the 17-year-old teen from the Coral Gables University neighborhood in Florida in the fall of 2003. Guilty of sexual battery of the 54-year-old hitchhiker from Carlsbad, California, in March 2018, later reduced in the plea to assault with intent to commit rape on February 24, 2021. And a maximum sentence agreed upon with the San Diego County District Attorney's Office. 14 years in California State Prison. Remember those 14 years. We'll come back to them. March 3, 2021. San Diego County Superior Court. Vista, California. Judge Blaine Bowman's courtroom. The day of the final sentencing against Kellen Winslow II inside the state of California, with all 5 documented victims on the record. 4 of them present inside the courtroom to give official testimony. With Kellen Winslow II, 37 years old, appearing via video conference from the San Diego County Jail. A navy blue suit, short hair, and complete silence into the defendant's microphone. Kellen Winslow II declines to make a public statement inside the courtroom on the advice of the Mark Carlos law firm. And Judge Blaine Bowman of the San Diego County Superior Court, on the record inside the state of California, delivers 2 lines that would define the criminal legacy of the son of the Pro Football Hall of Fame icon of Canton, Ohio, for the next 50 years. There are only 2 words to describe this man: sexual predator. 2 words, and that is sexual predator. And a second line, entered into the official record of the San Diego County Superior Court. The vulnerability of the victims was no accident. It was the type of victim that you sought out yourself because you felt that perhaps they wouldn't report the crime or wouldn't be deemed credible by the jurors. 14 years in California State Prison. The maximum allowed under the plea agreement signed the previous month with the San Diego County District Attorney's Office. 5 consolidated counts inside the final sentencing: forcible rape, rape of an unconscious person, assault with intent to commit rape, indecent exposure, and lewd conduct in public. And a mandatory lifetime registration in the California State Sex Offender Registry. Registered sex offender for life. Remember that sentence. We'll come back to it. The 58-year-old homeless victim from the Encinitas neighborhood of May 13, 2018, read her own written statement inside the San Diego County Superior Court. I have trouble walking. I have trouble lifting my head. I live in constant fear. I can't be alone. This is affecting my life every day and every night. I don't ever feel safe. And the gym victim, the 77-year-old woman from the affluent North County of San Diego, added 1 line to the record that would echo across the Southern California legal community. This is someone who used his financial privilege and his celebrity to avoid jail while awaiting trial. That's when he victimized me. This is a defendant who does not learn from his mistakes. The Mark Carlos law firm, official defense for Kellen Winslow II in the San Diego County Superior Court, presented in the closing arguments the technical defense theory. Brain trauma. Multiple documented concussions across his professional career. The May 2005 motorcycle accident in the parking lot of the community college in Westlake, Ohio. The 7th staph infection inside the Cleveland Browns locker room in 2008. And the multiple surgeries on his right ACL over the course of his career. All of it, according to the Mark Carlos firm of downtown San Diego, had turned the 2003 Miami Hurricanes star into the convicted sexual predator of 2021. Remember that defense theory. We'll come back to it. Kellen Boswell Winslow II, 37 years old, with a 14-year California state prison sentence signed on the record, with a lifetime sex offender registration on file, and with the golden last name his Pro Football Hall of Fame father built in Canton, Ohio, destroyed forever inside the American sports imagination, walks into the California state prison system. The California Rehabilitation Center, Norco, Riverside County, California. one of the oldest correctional facilities in the California state system, founded in 1938, with official capacity for more than 3,500 inmates, and a technical rehabilitation program signed off by the California Department of Corrections. That's the facility where Kellen Winslow II is serving, in 2026, the 5th year of the California state sentence signed at the San Diego County Superior Court. Parole eligibility inside the California state system. September 2028. 45 years old at the moment of eligibility. And a petition filed by Kellen Winslow II himself in the California state system during 2024, requesting a reduction of the state sentence in exchange for formal recognition of the brain trauma documented in his professional medical file. Petition pending resolution inside the state judicial system. Have you ever wondered how much silence a Pro Football Hall of Fame father carries in Canton, Ohio, watching his only son appear via video conference from the San Diego County Jail to hear a 14-year state prison sentence for sexually assaulting 5 women across Southern California? That's the question no sports journalist in America has ever dared to ask Kellen Winslow Sr. in the 5 years since his son's conviction. That is Kellen Boswell Winslow II, the privileged son of the Pro Football Hall of Fame icon of Canton, Ohio, from the affluent neighborhood of Scripps Ranch in San Diego, California. The starting tight end of Scripps Ranch High School for 4 straight years. The starting tight end of the Miami Hurricanes across 3 seasons from 2001 to 2003. National champion of the BCS National Championship game of 2002 inside the Rose Bowl Stadium of Pasadena, California. John Mackey Award winner of 2003. Unanimous All-American of 2003. 6th overall pick of the 2004 NFL Draft. Called by Commissioner Paul Tagliabue inside Madison Square Garden in New York. 8 seasons in the brown and orange of the Cleveland Browns, wearing his Hall of Fame father's jersey number 80. 3 seasons in the red and pewter of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Under the biggest tight end contract in modern professional football history. Pro Bowl of 2007. 469 career receptions. 5,236 yards. 25 touchdowns. And over $40 million in career earnings inside the economic system of American football, and a sexual predator convicted by the state of California to 14 years in state prison for sexually attacking 5 women across Southern California between 2003 and 2018. 5 victims, 5 criminal counts inside the state system, 5 NFL teams during his professional career, and 5 Pro Bowls for his Pro Football Hall of Fame father in Canton, Ohio. 5 gold numbers for the father, 5 black numbers for the son. And a Winslow last name that will never recover its respect inside the American sports imagination for the rest of the modern history of professional football in the United States. Kellen Winslow II's legacy will forever remain divided between what he accomplished on the field and what he was convicted of doing away from it. 5 victims. 14 years in state prison, a lifetime sex offender registry, and the golden last name of a Pro Football Hall of Fame father destroyed inside the American sports imagination. That's the record that will follow Kellen Boswell Winslow II for the rest of his life. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to the Fallen Stars channel and tell us in the comments whether you believe the brain trauma theory filed by the Mark Carlos law firm of downtown San Diego justifies anything on Kellen Winslow II's criminal record, or whether the 5 confirmed victims on the 2021 San Diego County Superior Court file have every right to the institutional silence of American sports for the rest of the convicted tight end's professional life. We'll see you in the next video, and if you, or someone close to you, has been the victim of a sexual assault, or if you need to speak with a professional trained in sexual trauma, call RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, for free at 1-800-656-4673, or reach the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799